What's up, guys? We are back with part number 2 of my castle rebuilding for level 26. So we were messing around with this last we left off, but I did say I wanted to put in possibly another creature in here. And I moved one of these ballistas down a hex to see if I could fit something in. And I think what I'm going to do is, since it looks like this Snotter does end up hitting this wall right here, and also hits this wall, it means this Snotter cannot be skipped. He's always going to be aggroed. So what I can do is fit something in probably on the end of this aggro circle. What I need to test is to make sure that the Zeke is the one that gets aggroed when you get thrown. So basically, if I get thrown here and I aggro the Snotter, I want the Zeke to be the one that's firing and not the IMAX is what I think I'm going to throw in. I might throw in another Zeke though, it's possible. And then it wouldn't really matter. So if I have problems, I'll probably just throw in another Zeke. But I think I want to throw in an IMAX so that when you kill the Zeke, you have to deal with the IMAX. And if you kill the IMAX first, who cares? It's just longer that the Zeke's going to be firing at you, I guess. I don't know. It doesn't work nearly as well as I want it to. I don't like the limits that they have currently. The hard cap is kind of stupid because if you attack something, unless there's a... like, the only thing that it helps with is the mass boss room stuff. Everything else, it really doesn't affect at all. The hard cap, like, if I headshot this thing while the Zeke's firing at me, he's going to die. It doesn't really matter. He's not going to get an attack off. But let me test it out. I will, just because I'll just move his aggro circle as well. We want to make sure the main units are still aggroing themselves. So, like, the Zeke needs to aggro it, this needs to aggro it, just for some weird thing. Because sometimes, like, if the hero just kind of gets thrown or something and lands inside of multiple creatures' aggro circles, it seems to ignore like the time traveled through here, and it only works to where they land or something. I don't know. I've had some weird things happen where half the room doesn't get aggroed if you don't have the aggro circles working properly. I think I remember someone asking me also in one of my last castle. I had I was talking about an aggro zone that was skippable, and they said, "Can't you just move the aggro zone? Isn't that like the purpose of it?" This yellow circle is only if you look at this guy, he's got a blue sphere and a yellow sphere. The blue sphere is his line of sight. The blue sphere is when he sees the hero. So when he sees the hero, he will tell the people inside, the creatures inside of this yellow circle, to come and fight. Basically, he shouts or whatever, or alerts these guys, the ones that are in the yellow circle. The blue circle is his line of sight, his own sight of the hero. So when a hero enters into the blue, he will tell these guys to fight. Basically, is what's happening right here. So like in this one, this blue sphere here, the Zeke would say, hey, Defendatron and IMAX fight. So I mean, the IMAX himself could be turned all the way around this way, and if the hero enters into this area, the IMAX wouldn't be able to see him, but the Zeke would, because he'd be in the Zeke's blue, and then he would tell the Zeke to fight because he's inside of the Zeke's yellow square. I don't know if that made any sense, but I tried. So let's test this to see which one fires at me. If it's the IMAX, I'll have to switch things around.
School's in session.
That's kind of weird. The amount of times I hit those. Okay, so actually what happens is the Defendatron does not link. It's actually the IMAX and the what do you call it there? And then it causes all sorts of problems. How am I gonna fix that then? Because I really think you do need the Defendatron. I mean, 2 Zekes are dangerous, but they die so quickly. I don't know, does it matter that they die quickly? What I could do is remove this and just put in another Zeke here, have 2 Zekes firing at once. It gives a higher kill potential to this trap itself. But then if you escape the trap, you basically kill these off pretty easily. Not sure which is better. I think we'll just remove the IMAX and go with this. Test it out for a couple of days. Alright, the Jimbo thing is pretty much set up the way I want it to. He's on heavy-handed, the Puppeteer is on Enrage. Defendatron and a couple archers on bear traps. Generally I do not like bear traps, but in this circumstance I think they're pretty good. This is one of the few circumstances where I think they're pretty good. Alright, so let's take a look at this. I think we're going to do some sort of... it's a pretty wide open room. Gonna take a lot for me to put a ton of trap pressure in here, so I'm not gonna really worry about it. I will put a couple ballistas in. Like I will put in like one trap generator and basically fill this one and the one trap generator that I put in. So like, not sure exactly where. I think right around here would be good. And then I want to just put like one here on his, and then one here, one here, one here, and one here. Let's move this one more to the middle. There we go. So just a minimum amount so that the entire room's covered. And then what I think we're going to do is this Snotter will cover this entire hallway. So everything, when he's getting thrown, I can aggro whatever I want, like back in here somewhere. And I think we will put in the dual Zeeks that I had at one of my castles. I liked them, they worked pretty well. So let's hope it works kind of the same way. This is over the point count, but it seems to work decently. So we'll hope for, like, you know, possible kill here, but it's probably not going to happen unless someone's low level. Just make sure all of these are over each other just to make sure it works properly. Alright, there we go. So we'll try this. I think that's all I want to put into there. I do want to do the spike trap thing here. And I do not remember exactly how you have to put the trap generators in. There's a specific way to do it so that everything works. I'm just throwing them in right now at a random spot, and I'll change them if I need to. I should have just left the room the way it was, and then I wouldn't have to worry about this. Alright, so we start off with spikes. Let's see, we have 25 of them. And I believe there's one area here that you have to leave out an area where you can put in some springboards if you want to. Actually don't remember how this all works. Let's see. This is how I had it before. Or something similar to this I had it before, because I had one ballista in here, and then I had my Pete Palmer over here, or something like that. So I'll leave it like this for right now. And spikes. Can I get that to work? No, I don't think I'm going to have enough generators to do that. So I'm going to end it here, or one more square. That will be decent, and then I could put another one on the other side right here. The only thing that I have an issue with right here is that these two spikes aren't going to do all that much damage. They're going to be easy for someone to get to here, and then someone to get across to here. They'll still have to travel over it slightly, but it won't be as good. There, we'll do that. Alright. One of these can come out. I believe it's this one. Then that can link up to that. And then, like, ballista, maybe? If I put in two ballistas, I won't have enough space for an IMAX or anything like that. Which is what I had before in this area. I want to put in Stairmasters, but I know they're not going to be good enough until level 28. I don't even have any right now, actually. See, I can fit in a Defendatron right here, and the IMAX right here. Unfortunately, there's no upgrade for the IMAX this level, so he's not going to be nearly as good as I want him to be. Do I have my Defendatron upgrade? Do I have another Defendatron? Let me go to my summoning portal. Defendatron only level 22, so I have to get that upgrade. I might have enough for it right now. Let me take a look. Yeah, I can get that upgrade right now. Alright, so that'll help with that. I think I already upgraded my Zeeks. Yes, I did. Level 26. My Jimbo's all upgraded. That's really all I've used, except for traps. Is there any upgrades that I need for traps? Yeah, 28 is my next upgrade for ballistic cannons. And nothing important really gets upgraded here. So I don't think I can fit in a ballista cannon anywhere in here. I cannot. So the only thing that I would be able to do is possibly throw in like a couple different mines, just to annoy people. Actually, I need to have a snotter in one of these areas. Like this. And then that aggro's there. The problem with the snotter being all the way out here is that you can stand here and aggro it kind of easily, but they won't walk over there unless you exit, so you'll have to still go across this to be able to get past it, so it's not the biggest deal in the world, I don't think. I think I liked my previous setup better, but it's okay. I don't know exactly how I had it set up. I guess I could go back and watch the video and change it if necessary. Alright, how many? I have enough for 2. I think I'm going to not use the springboards, and I'm going to just use ballista cannons here. And I'm going to have this snotter. Actually, I don't need a snotter. I can just use units in general, I believe. Alright, right here I think I'll put in a springboard, throwing you this way, and then trap generator for that. And possibly hamster wheel.
My castle's bursting at the seams.
I'm actually almost out of points, which is kind of crazy. I didn't expect that. I'll rotate one of them, because I think that's a pretty good idea to do that. A couple people mentioned that to me the other day. I didn't expect to be out of points this quickly. I thought actually I was going to have a lot to put in the boss room here. So I'm just about done actually with my castle. I do still want some more things to help out this peat pound more, so I need to find points somewhere. So what I could do is get rid of this springboard trap right here, if I wanted to, or I can just take these 2 mouse wheel traps out, put this in here. It's actually a waste, but it kind of looks like I can even use it to power this if I wanted to. And it looks like it's just being used to power this, and hope that people just kind of walk over this and not really notice it, because there are times when I haven't noticed springboard traps. So I might do that. And then Puppeteer, because I like Enrage on my Peat Pound Morse. Is there not a Puppeteer in here? I feel like I always just am staring at the unit, but it's not actually in here. Alright, let's summon one then. I think I'm using my one in the Jimbo room, so that's why. So what I can do is just have this Puppeteer here. And I could, let's see, how many points do I have? I don't quite have enough points for a Defendatron. I would need 2 points. That's like a jelly wall or something, isn't it? What is 2 points? I do have 1 point right here, actually, in my boss room, so I don't need that. I could... No, I can't get rid of that Snotter. He's the one that sees at that wall. I could get rid of one of the mines here, actually. That will work. So we'll get rid of one of these right there. Because if you're going to jump across, it's probably going to be on this one. Actually, I can move this over 1 hex. Because I believe if you walk up next to it to this square right here, it'll still aggro. It's like 3x3 aggro range, but 1x1 placement, I believe. Alright, and then I have enough points for one Defendatron next to my Pete Poundmore. Just right here. Move this up. And that alone should work. I think that's just going to be my castle, because I don't have enough points to do anything else with it. I'm not actually super happy, because I don't think that I have enough here. To do what I want to do. Like, I wish I had a ballista or two right here to put some pressure on the person entering into this area. Actually, I really wish I had that. I might... How much are mouse wheel traps? 3. Get rid of one of these. Move this over to there. A little bit of less pressure in this room, but I kind of need to have... I think I need to have the mouse wheel trap here, or ballistas. Which one do I want? I guess I'll try ballistas this time. I need some sort of pressure out here. Is there any way for me to get one more ballista in there? I could do one less ballista here, because, well, I'm not sure. The whole idea behind the spike trap was actually to keep people inside of the boss room. For them to kite across the entire thing, because I thought I was going to have extra points. I have a lot of points here. I could get rid of one of these Defendatrons if I wanted to. Or I could get rid of like one of the massive amounts of ballistas here. Like that one. And then I'd have enough points to do one more ballistic cannon on the top side there. That's kind of what I think I'm going to go with. So I think that's going to be my castle. I'm not sure how well it's going to work. Like I said, a lot of this stuff is going to be testing, for testing purposes. Mostly this Jimbo room. I don't know how this is going to work at all. I don't expect this Zeke room to really kill all that many people. If it does, I'd be pleasantly surprised, but I don't expect these silence traps to be good enough to actually keep someone inside long enough to get hit by a Zeke. Unfortunately, you can have a silence trap here, and you can literally stand next to it for just long enough. And I think the silence bubble needs to last longer or something. I think it needs to expand and like stay there for a second, because it goes away too soon. You know, for the investment, it's just not worth it. Their power cost is 4. It's kind of crazily high, but it doesn't do enough for the cost. So I'm really waiting for that balance change patch that's supposed to be coming anytime. Well, it's probably not going to come until next month, to be honest. And if it doesn't come by then, I mean, I don't even know. But let's validate this castle real quick, if I can. Might take me 1 or 2 tries, but I don't think it's going to take me all that long. Alright, so we've got this one. I get thrown, but as long as you know, don't get silenced, it's actually going to be pretty easy for people. So I have a feeling this is going to work the way I want it to. But again, like I said, this is going to be more testing. I'm losing all of my crowns anyway from the targeted attack change, so... I feel like I can do more testing, you know? I can try to actually innovate some things like I used to do. If I can actually find anything to work. Ow, that hurts. This room's actually like pretty decent. It's reasonably hard to fight inside of here. It's hard to fight a Jimbo in close quarters, let alone a Jimbo that could possibly be enraged, because they swing quite a bit faster. If this was the Jimbo from before that would one-shot someone, it would be very good.
I just need to catch my breath.
So yeah, the reason why I like this is that both of the Defendatrons will aggro so that they'll link to the other Zeke, but only one Zeke will fire at a time. So it's really not that important. because you still have to kill 2 Defendatrons, and the Zeeks kind of seem to trade off, so it's hard to know which one's going to fire at you. I actually can't die because I'm validating this right now, so...
You guys are pathetic.
Alright, there we go. 2 potions down and then 1 spike trap pit here. This could actually use 1 potion as well, but then at this point I don't think you will use another potion after this room. I might even put in another Feet Pound more, because that's, I feel like, the only way that I'm going to kill someone. I don't think the IMAX will do enough. I'll test it for a couple of days. But I think I can even walk over these and take the spike trap damage and still be able to make it through. Yeah, and then we make it through, so I still had 2 potions left. I'm 2 levels over the castle with pretty good gear, but... I don't know, I'm not super thrilled about the castle as of right now. What am I... okay, missing one of my mines. I can get a better time than this. It's about all I'm going to be able to do. I'm going to let this run for a couple of days and see how it does against people. But, you know, I wouldn't copy and paste anything until we see exactly how these rooms work together. It's a lot of testing in this castle, and more so than... because, I mean, I could build another castle with just fire mines and spikes and nothing else, and do decent, but I want to do some testing and actually try to figure out some different things that people can do, because it's just getting really stale for me right now. So I'm doing some different stuff with this castle. So I think that's pretty much it. We're going to end this this second part of the video. I'll come back in a couple of days once I get some replays, and hopefully start feeling a little bit better, and do a replay video. So thank you guys for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.